I was sleeping and my sister was sleeping with me, and then when I went to bed and I woke up, she wasn't there.
Around 10:30 p.m. on Monday, July 5th of 2004, that was the last time anyone saw 5-year-old Tamara Jewel Keepness. What followed was one of the largest searches for a missing child in Regina's history. Hundreds of police, family members, and volunteers scoured the city and surrounding area.
Just kissed them all and tell them it's bedtime, go to bed, and they all paraded upstairs. And come the next morning, we thought, well, we were going to go for a walk, and I sent them to wake her up, and she wasn't there.
This is very, very unusual for a 5-year-old to be missing now for 3.5 days.
3 adults were known to be in the house the night Tamara disappeared, along with her 5 siblings. Tamara's mother, Lorena, Dean MacArthur, Lorena's boyfriend, and family friend Russell Sheepskin all came and went from the Ottawa Street home that night.
She has snuck away, but never for this long and never very far. You know, I've always been able to go out and yell for her, and, you know, she'll show up like minutes later.
As the days go by, the likelihood of a happy ending to this becomes more remote.
The search continued to spread through different parts of the city, and police investigated the visions from Indigenous elders that led them to search near the Regina airport.
As many have hoped against, but also quietly feared, criminal interference with Tamara is a distinct possibility.
The search for the missing girl is suspended as it moves to a criminal investigation. A $25,000 reward is offered for information that could lead police to Tamara.
At this point in time, it would look like it was family or extended family, but there's also the possibility there could have been others involved as well.
An Amber Alert was not available to police to use until 10 days after Tamara went missing, as Saskatchewan had not yet implemented the system. 2 weeks after Tamara's disappearance, her mother's boyfriend, Dean MacArthur, was charged with an assault near the house the night the 5-year-old disappeared.
It would be an issue of safety for the children in the household.
That same day, Tamara's siblings were removed from the Keepness home by social services.
I don't know if she's dead or alive. That's all I'm asking. Please bring her home alive. Please. Thank you, God.
By the end of July, police received nearly 1,000 tips, which led them to searching near Fort Qu'Appelle.
Every time we think we're close to finding Tamara Keepness, we're all hopeful. Every time we don't find her, we're disappointed. But people continue. And every investigation is like that.
In early September, the search moved out of the city limits again, this time to the Muscopheating First Nation. The following year on Father's Day, Tamara's father plants a tree in her honor.
I always think she's going to be found or something, you know, and they'll call me. They'll call me and tell me that, you know, she's all right, and that's what I always dream about.
At this point, almost 1 year after the fact, the case remains unsolved.
Days later, the Regina police would assign a new team of officers for a fresh set of eyes on the investigation.
A year kind of seems like 10 years to me.
On the 1-year anniversary of Tamara's disappearance, a group of 100 people and the family marched through the neighborhood where the 5-year-old used to play.
It speaks to the fact that this case is still very much a priority for our police service and our community. We certainly are committed to this case, but it also says that we're looking for what may be missing.
Another year would go by, still no trace of Tamara. This would be the first year the anniversary of her disappearance would be marked by a memorial barbecue.
Without knowing what's happened to that person, in essence, you have every possible theory out there that you have to set out to disprove. So you have to find all of the places that they aren't.
You know, I don't know exactly where the information would come from, but there is obviously at least one person that knows how it is that Tamara disappeared that evening.
Now, at the beginning of each July, family, friends, and police gather to remember Tamara Keepness.
She was very outgoing. She liked to play outdoors a lot. She wouldn't let anyone boss her around or pick on her. She was a very tough girl.
As the 10th anniversary of Tamara's disappearance neared, the reward was doubled to $50,000 for information that could help find her. And 10 years on, the effects of the young girl's disappearance still weigh on police officers.
Everybody was given a picture of Tamara.
And you still have it 10 years later?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it was a unique investigation, and it was people's hearts were put into this one. You know, the communities, the police.
In November 2014, a map surfaced online claiming that the body of Tamara Keepness was somewhere on the Muscophetung First Nation. The tip did not yield any trace of Tamara.
I feel content because people are still remembering her.
Tamara Keepness would be 20 years old.